What if I told you that two retirees with the exact same amount of money, the same portfolio, and the same withdrawal rate sees one of them running completely out of money by age 79, while the other still has over $1 million left at age 90? Same money, same plan, totally different outcomes. That's the danger of sequence of returns risk. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like using a real case study right here on my screen. Hi, I'm Mark Wisniewski, president of Southern Incomes. I'm a fiduciary financial advisor, and I work with retirees and pre-retirees every day to make sure their income is going to last as long as they do. If this is helpful, go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you want to run your own numbers with me, there's a link in the description to book a call. Now today we're going to walk through a real case study. A couple in their early 60s, good savings, and overall a solid plan. And yet, depending on one factor completely outside of their control, their money either runs out before they turn 80 or lasts well into their 90s. I'm going to show you exactly what that factor is, what it does to a retirement plan, and of course, more importantly, what you can actually do about it right now. Let me go ahead and share my screen and show you how all of this plays out. Let's dive in. Meet David and Susan, 63 years old, $1.4 million saved. They want to pull $7,000 a month and they want to retire today. Scenario A, the danger. Here's what happens if the market drops 25% in years 1 through 3. Same average long-term returns, same withdrawals, same everything. The plan runs dry somewhere around age 79 to 81. Here's why this happens. They're selling shares at the lowest prices to fund their lifestyle, and those shares never recover for them. The market eventually comes back, but they've already sold too much at the bottom. There aren't enough shares left to benefit from the recovery. Scenario B, flip the sequence. Now, let's flip it. Same average returns, same withdrawals, same everything. But the bad years come later instead of at the start. The money lasts to 90, sometimes well beyond. Not because they did anything different. Not because the market happened to do better. Just because the bad years came in a different order. That is sequence of returns risk. Now, let me show you what one small change does. When we go back to scenario A and make a single adjustment, instead of pulling $7,000 a month, David and Susan decide to pull $5,500 a month, just in years 1 through 3. Then they step it back up after that. The plan survives. How about instead of reducing withdrawals, we add, say, a 2-year cash buffer, enough to cover expenses without touching the portfolio during a down market. Again, the plan survives. Optional third lever, Social Security timing. There's one more lever that I think is worth showing here. If David and Susan decide to delay Social Security to age 67 or even out to 70, they reduce how much they depend on the portfolio in those critical early years. Less portfolio pressure early, larger guaranteed income later on. And the plan, it holds up. Here's the thing. You cannot control what the market does during the first few years of retirement, but you can control how much you pull from it, when you pull from it, and what else you can lean on while it recovers. That's what retirement income planning is really about. It's not about beating the market. It's about surviving it on your own terms. If you want to run a scenario like this for your own situation, your numbers, your timeline, your goals, book a complimentary call with me using the link in the description. We'll build something that holds up no matter what the markets do. I'm Mark Wisniewski, and I'll see you in the next one.